Hey folks, this is the video for the week of June 8th through June 12th, and this is actually going to be our last video of the school year. Now, I wanted to take a minute to thank those of you that have been doing your very best to watch these videos and turn your artwork in on time. I know that it's been a very unusual school year and a lot of this has been difficult. It's been difficult to teach using remote learning, and I know it's been difficult to be a student and learn using remote learning. But I appreciate that you are doing the best that you can. I know some of you have a lot going on at home. It's a scary time, for many of us in the world today. And I just want you to know that I understand that you're doing the best you can, and I appreciate everything that you guys have been doing. I hope to see you back in the fall and to have the opportunity to teach you in person again soon. But until then, I hope you have a safe and awesome summer. Now, this week, we're going to talk a little bit about the principle of proportion. Proportion is the way a piece of something relates to the whole. So for example, the way a slice of pizza might be 1/8 of an entire pizza, or a piece of pie might be 1/10 of a whole pie. What we're going to talk about today is the proportion of the artwork that we're making. And we're going to do things a little bit differently this week. Normally, I have different projects for different grade levels, but this week I have two versions of the same project, which is an origami shirt project where we're gonna fold some shirts and make some shirt cards that you can use for Father's Day cards. So I am going to actually show you two different versions of this project. One is the more complicated origami version, and that's the one we're gonna do first. And then I have a simplified version, which is more of just folding and cutting paper that you can also try. The origami version looks something like this when it's all done, depending on how you decorate it. And then the simplified version is more of a traditional card like this. So let's go ahead and begin. All right, boys and girls, so to do this origami project, all you're gonna need is a piece of paper. But depending on the size and proportion of your paper, you will get a shirt that has a different size or a different proportion. So what I would recommend, if possible, is that you use a piece of 12 by 18 construction paper. Now this is the shirt folded using 12 by 18 construction paper. And you can see that it's big enough that you can make it a card if you wanted to open it up and write a message on the inside. And the proportion is pretty good. It looks like a shirt. Now, I'm going to be using a tiny piece of paper like this, which is just a piece of printer paper that has been cut in half. So it's about 8.5 inches by 5.25 inches. And that makes a teeny tiny shirt that looks like this, which is very cute, but probably not great for a card. If you use just regular printer paper, so like an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, you will get a shirt like this, which as you can see, does not really have the proportions of a shirt. So that's just something to keep in mind. You can use whatever paper you have available or whatever paper you want to use, but in general, if you use a paper that is longer than it is wide, considerably longer than it is wide, you will get a better proportioned shirt. So again, I recommend using a 12 by 18 piece of paper if you can. All right, so let's get started. So I'm just going to use this teeny tiny paper for the sake of this demonstration. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your paper and you are going to fold it in half, hot dog way. So long and skinny like a hot dog bun. Then you're going to open it back up. Now you're going to fold it again. You're going to take the left side and you're going to fold it so that it touches that center fold. And you're going to take the right side and you're going to fold it so that it touches the center. like this. Next, you open it back up, take the top left corner and fold it into a right triangle so that it touches that first vertical line. Take the top left corner and fold it so that it touches, or the top right corner and fold it so that it touches the last vertical line. All right, now this is probably the trickiest step in the entire origami. So the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take your thumb and your pointer finger and you're going to pinch the paper like this. Then I use my middle finger to hold the back of the paper, like that. And what you do is you fold the insides in and then at the same time fold the top down. Like that. So what you have looks a little bit like a T. Now we're going to flip this over and we're going to fold the bottom up. Now this is one of those things you want to think about when we're talking about proportion. This is going to be the collar of the shirt. So you don't want it to be real big and you don't want it to be teeny tiny. You want to fold it up maybe, depending on the size of your paper, 1/4 of an inch to about 1/2 an inch, like that. Flip it back over again, turn it around. Now we're gonna take these two corners and we are going to fold them so that the corner touches the center line. But you don't wanna fold it straight down. You don't want the entire top to touch the center line. You just want the corner to touch. This is gonna be the collar of the shirt, like the neck of the shirt. So what I do is I take my finger and I put it right here, and then I fold it down like that. And then I do the same thing on the other side. Like this. You want a little gap right here because this is the neck opening of the shirt. Then you take this and you fold it up and you tuck it under like that. And there you have it. You've got a teeny tiny little origami shirt. Now if you make this big enough, you can make it into a Father's Day card if you would like to give to your father or your stepfather or your grandfather, whoever you want to give it to. You can open it up, write a message inside, and then decorate it with whatever kind of shirt you want to decorate it with. You could make a tie, a bow tie, you could make a fun pattern, you could do a sports shirt if your father is into a particular sports theme. Be creative with it. All right, so that is our first origami shirt project. If you think that might be a little tough, stick around for the next project. All right, boys and girls, this is the video for the simplified shirt card. As you can see, when you're finished, it's gonna look something like this. You can decorate however you want on the front, and then you can open it up if you want to write a message on the inside. For this project, you're going to need a piece of paper. I'm using colored printer paper that is 8.5 by 11, but you can use construction paper or whatever paper you have around the house. If you're gonna make a tie, you need a smaller piece of paper. You're gonna need scissors, a pencil, and you'll probably need a ruler or a straight edge. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna fold this like a book. Then you're gonna take your ruler, and about 1/2 inch to 1 inch from the top, you wanna draw 2 horizontal lines. So draw a line on the right side, leave a space, draw a line on the left side like that. Now we're gonna take the scissors and we're gonna cut down the middle only till we get to that line. Then we're gonna cut on the line and cut on this line. All right, then you fold that down. You fold it like that. And that is your basic shirt design. Okay, so you can add buttons, you can add a pocket, you can write a message on the inside, you can color the front and the back. Now, if you want to make a tie, you are going to need an extra piece of paper, and you're also going to need some glue. So to make the tie, I'm just gonna take my ruler, and I'm gonna draw kind of like a triangle shape here at the top. And then a tie shape at the bottom. Like that. Cut that out. If you're going to color it, you probably want to color it before you cut it so that you don't make a mess. And then that would get glued right here, like that. So I did not mention this at the beginning, but you probably also want some glue. Just a little dot of glue right there at the top of the tie. You glue that right here, like that. And then just the tiniest dot of glue right here in the middle to keep the shirt collar down like that. And there you have it. A shirt card that you could use for Father's Day if you want to. All right, folks, and that is it, your last project for the year. I hope you thought it was a fun one. Make sure that you, whichever card you choose, get that turned into me. If you use Google Classroom, turn that in via Google Classroom. Otherwise, you can email it to me at mfrodriguez4@cps.edu by Friday, June 12th at 3 p.m. A quick word about grading. Grades are due very soon, so all your work, any late work, as well as this proportion project, must be turned in by Friday, June 12th at 3 p.m. I'm gonna have to be very strict about that 3 p.m. deadline because I have thousands of projects from hundreds of students, and I need to make sure that everyone is graded accurately. So unfortunately, hello Screw. This is my really chunky cat. Unfortunately, if you do not get your work to me by Friday, June 12th at 3 p.m., it is not going on your report card. So make sure you turn in that work. Email me at mfrodriguez4@cps.edu if you have any questions, and I hope you have an awesome summer. Take care of yourselves, guys. Until we meet again. Bye.